What's going on? Welcome back to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. The nightmare is over. The nightmare is over. It is over. Trump went beastie. He went beastie. I'm so glad he didn't get up there and just try to pander or be nice and polite when he made his speech. I know they didn't like it. They had to sit through it, realizing that they was intentionally trying to destroy this country. They was intentionally trying to undermine American citizens, did not care about the conditions in which they created for us, and never once apologized. But it is what it is. It's over with now. So what do we have to look forward to? If you come on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. Plus, hit the notification. That way you get notified anytime I put out a video of any kind. This is a great day in America. Great day in America. Great day in America. And what's up, Chris, for real? How you doing? Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Yeah, it's a great day in America. This is a hard-fought battle. Excuse me. But this is a hard-fought battle. For those that don't understand, but for those that have, been dealing with a lot, you know what I mean? This economy could, in the situation that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and that administration has created, could have been easily resolved. I'm not going to say you went out and put in work, but they created this mess. And they still, to this day, has not once came back and said, you know what, we were wrong. We were wrong for our decision making as it relates to the United States citizens and trying to better their life. Yes, I'm happy about the inauguration. I'm glad Trump didn't hold back. I'm glad that he got up there and he told the truth right in their face. And, it's funny that, when you watching the inauguration, and I'm still got some of it on my tablet, just kind of get an idea of what's going on. But when you watch when Trump was talking, and basically he was giving them a mouthful and telling them straight up like what y'all did was wrong, but we're gonna fix it. But when you watch Joe Biden and you watch Kamala Harris, and when he said America First agenda, there was a lot of things they didn't clap for. But when Trump said America First agenda, they sat there with frowns on their face. Like they really don't think American citizens being first matters. Like if you was watching it, anybody was watching the inauguration, and when he said that, they didn't clap. There was some times where they did clap, but that time they didn't. Mahdi invited to Trump's presidential. I don't know who that is, but I'm not too sure who that is. But yeah, they didn't. Yes, it's a happy day in America. I'm excited, Joel Brown. I'm excited. But they didn't even respond to it. Like, why wouldn't you be excited about America first? Like, that don't even make sense to me. And what they did was they just sat there with their little frown look on their face. And I'm like, okay, y'all really don't, y'all so defiant in y'all taste and hunger to be kings and rulers as opposed to serving the people that y'all can't even clap for America First agenda. Like, you're not even making sense. And they was defiant to the end because they hate this country that much. But it's all good. Bye-bye. See ya. Matter of fact, I wish y'all could be deported with the rest of y'all illegals y'all let over there. But, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But, we about to do it. You know what I mean? We about to do it, and we about to do it big. Yes, they are corrupt. I agree, Jennifer. They're extremely, extremely corrupt. I don't think there's anything good in the Democratic Party. And this is just my opinion. But I don't think it's anything good in the Democratic Party at this point. When I look at how they vote and the stuff that they vote against, it appalls my It's appalling how they are. Like, how could you not want to vote to keep men out of women's sports? How do you vote against that? That don't even make sense to me. Like, how do you vote against keeping men out of women's sports? That's just basic common sense. Men should not be competing in women's sports. If there was no reason for that, we would never have had women's sports. It would just be sports for everybody. And it wouldn't matter. Women would be in the NBA right now. Women would be on the football field right now. If it did not matter, if there was no difference, we would have never came up with it. We would have just had the NFL, and it would be men and women playing in the NFL. We would have never started any type of women's sports in football, women's sports in basketball. Women would never had a bathroom. Women would never have separate spaces than men. It would just everything would have been like everybody go to the same stuff and do the same thing, and we would never had a woman in men's bathroom. That would have never, ever came about if that was okay. It just make common sense. But yet we let pedophiles in Washington. We got pedophiles making decisions. And then we got cowards on the other end that's scared to fight against that. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. If you on this, what's up, Mike in the building? What's up? What's up? Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very, very much. And I'm watching these Democratic politicians, and I swear to you, you really need to pay attention to how the politicians in your community locally are voting. Because if you're a female and you got women in your family and you know that your Democratic politician in your community voted to keep women and keep men in women's sports, you should make sure they didn't win again. You should get them removed, and you need to speak against it. And this, I'm talking to women right now, because I don't care if you're a woman and you can't stand Trump. Why would you be okay with your politician in your community, in your neighborhood, voting in line to allow pedophiles, men, to go into women's sports? And men to go into women's bathrooms, men to go into women's space just because they dressed up like a woman. All their man parts are still there. They dressed up like a woman, and now they're in the spaces that you're supposed to have where your privacy is being invaded. Why would you allow your local politician to continue to vote that way? You need to pay closer attention to what they're doing. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, yeah, I'm watching it, Chris, for real. I'm watching it right now on my tablet. And yes, I see that he's signing executive orders. Let's see, what's the first one? I need to hear this too. For those that's on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. This what's up. He doing business right now. Day one, bang.
Commission chairman and acting chairman. Commission chairman and acting chairman.
Yeah, he's signing executive orders right now. What's up, Mike in the building? Talk that talk. That's right. Talk that talk. And we're about to walk that walk. And we're about to deport.
They have something. Thank you, sir. Lastly, we have a proclamation ordering all future inauguration days, including this inauguration day, that flags shall be flown at full mast.
Yeah, I'm so glad Sleepy Joe is gone. Bye-bye.
She is. She's going through it.
She is.
Yes, America should be happy now because we got common sense back in office. We're not dealing with these people that don't know what a woman is. We're not dealing with this, hire you because of your skin color, not because you qualify. And now we about to drill, baby, drill. Get these gas prices back down where they need to be. The other administration could have did it, but they didn't want to. They wanted the green new scam to try to get America to be, drive your electric car. Listen, I don't have no beef with no electric car. If you want an electric car, that's fine. But here's my point to that. If you ever had a remote control car and you drive it for like 10 minutes and you got to wait an hour and a half to charge that remote control car just so you can drive it for 10 minutes again. That's where that's my point. Like, you don't make sense. And if someone wants to drive an electric car, that is wonderful, but you should not be forced by politicians to drive an electric car. Even Elon Musk has common sense to know that you should have an option, you should have a choice. That's what America is supposed to be about. Not government trying to tyrannicalize and power the government and force you to do something that you should not have to do. That's my whole point. God bless America. I'm excited.
Break for lunch.
This economy is getting ready to get back to where it's supposed to be. Common sense, politics is getting ready to get back to where it's supposed to be.
Definitely a burger. Maybe not from McDonald's, maybe so. Definitely gonna down a few Diet Cokes.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. I mean, Trump has already signed executive orders. And, you know, of course, I couldn't really hear what orders they were, so I didn't want to actually go into. But, you know, God bless America. God bless them. This is a hard-fought fight, and we are finally at the beginning of the new era. We have finally got that mess out of Washington. Now we can clean house, get rid of all of this corruption, get rid of all of this DEI, get rid of all of this pedophiles in Washington, and go into making sure America is great. And, you know, here's the thing. I know there's a lot of people hating, but look, TikTok just went through a shutdown.
For sure.
And Trump was already like, listen, you know what?
Yeah.
It's free speech. Fight to get it back. And he's already made conversation with them to try to restore TikTok. And listen, a lot of people on TikTok is probably Trump haters. But yet he's still fighting to keep TikTok in line. And you know what? MSNBC and all of those other networks are still going to try to double down and say, oh, it's a scam, it's this and that. No, he understands the industry. If you try to get rid of TikTok, that's going to affect a lot of people. I don't have no TikTok account. I have nothing on TikTok. Once I read the fine print of TikTok, I said, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want no parts of it. But there are a lot of people that make money off of TikTok. There's a lot of people that are extremely influencers on TikTok. And there's a lot of businesses that advertise and make money off of TikTok. Why would you shut that down? So he understood it like I understood it. Even though I don't benefit from TikTok, I still think that just shutting it down. But there has to be some. But on the other end, we need to have an invested interest in TikTok to make sure that they're not stealing Americans' information and using things on TikTok against us. So there is a security measure that needs to be in the place to protect American citizens from the possibility of China using it against us. I agree with that part too. So we need to find it. But at the end of the day, just shutting it down may have not been the right thing to do, but we need to have some protective measures in there to protect American citizens from the possibility of China using and stealing information that they should not have. That's just it. But that's why you sit down and you find a way and you find a medium in there to make sure that American citizens can benefit just like anybody else is benefiting. Just like China is benefiting, because they're making a lot of money off American citizens too.
That's right.
But here's the thing that I don't like about TikTok.
Anything like that has ever been.
And this is why I don't, other than the fine print. But here's my other issue that I have with TikTok is why I don't particularly care for it. And then I don't particularly care for TikTok. And what American citizens get on TikTok and see on TikTok is not what they see in China. Most of what you see in TikTok in America is people dancing, singing, and all of this entertainment aspect. Like, they don't think that we are concerned about innovative stuff. But when you look at TikTok over there in China, is a lot of stuff that's innovative. They teaching them, how to build, science, innovative, engineering. All of that type of information is spewed over on TikTok over there in China. But the TikTok that America has is everybody singing and dancing. They don't think that we have brain cells to do anything else. And I think that there is an extreme bias on TikTok to try to dumb down American children and make them just want to entertain as opposed to be innovative. Entertainment is only going to go but so far. But innovative and industry and manufacturing and how to build, create, and make stuff goes a long, long way. You get what I'm saying? And so if you dumbing down the American citizens and make them just entertaining, how far is that going to go when it comes to the long-term prosperity of this country? After a while, it's like, okay, yeah, another person dancing, big deal. Yeah, another person dancing, big deal. Another person singing, yeah, big deal. Another person. And I'm not saying that that's not important, But you need in America to have an extreme balance. Because if I don't know how to if I don't know how to run electrical wires and I don't know how to do this, now I got to go to someone else to do it. If I don't understand wattages and voltages and water flow and PSIs and all of this other stuff that we need, you know, to pump water places and to engineer and how to manufacture and how to melt down steel and reform steel into stuff, all of these industries is going to get lost in America. And we're going to have to rely on another country to be able to supply us with the things that we need. And at that point, you are at their mercy. And at that point, you're at their mercy. So I understand wholeheartedly what Trump is trying to do and why he thinks it's important to bring manufacturing and those type of things. And he wants to encourage it by making it easier for companies to do it here as opposed to letting them go over somewhere else and do it over there. It just doesn't make sense. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I know that, you know, I know it's a hard fought battle, and I know we came a long way. And yes, we are at the end of the road politically because we got the next 4 years of rebuilding and reestablishing America's dominance internally and externally. Now we got a chance to be able to secure that border, make sure people are just running over here and coming over here and able to do what they want to do. Because I can't tell you how many videos I've seen of Venezuelan gangs doing what they're doing. But the media wasn't spinning it. I talked to somebody who really don't. They just, like, if you watch and talk to an elderly person, somebody who just watch regular news, usually those are the ones that feel like, oh, Trump is a Hitler, Trump is this, because that's how they get their news. That's how they get their information. But they never realize that they all of the time, the news media, the vast majority of them was lying. Most of what they were saying, it was full of crap and they was lying, which doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, it's a beautiful time in America. I'm excited. You know what I mean? We blessed. We blessed because we got real leadership. We got the type of leadership that America deserves. We got the type of leadership that America should have. And this is a great time. I'm just sorry. This is an extremely great time. And I want to encourage y'all to, you know what I mean, to embrace this moment. Matter of fact, not only just embrace this moment, find a way to benefit from it. Because, you know, it's going to be a hot moment. Like, here's the thing. Like, you know, I don't know how far it's going to go, but I think cryptocurrency is going to have an extreme hot moment. It's coming. Somewhere along the line, it's going to boom. And it's like the Trump coin. Like I said, I missed the boat on it, but Trump has his own crypto coin. And a lot of people went, and next thing I know, I looked at it once. It was like $22. Next thing I know, it's at $40-something. I'm like, Rats, I should have, you know, when I seen $22, I was like, that's too much money. That was my stupidity. I didn't get it. I missed the boat on that one, possibly. I don't know. But, you know, you got a lot of cryptos out there that that's probably going to end up booming because Trump has embraced the cryptocurrency and what is for and what it purposes, what is behind it and how it works, and he has embraced it. Because here's the thing, if you don't embrace it here and other countries embrace it, now you're behind the 8 ball. Now cryptocurrency has had its money, and American citizens are behind the 8 ball. Now the American dollar is still going to be there. We still have the dollar. We still have currency. We still have you know, digital currency, and we still have, you know, the dollar bill that you fold, and, you know, just hand. And listen, I'm a person. I'm old school. I like the dollar. I like having, you know, something. But we function digitally a lot, so it's a little more convenient and it's a little more easier. But again, this economy is getting ready to blow up. When I say blow up, it's going to blow up because, like I told people before, it's one thing for the Feds to raise interest rates or lower interest rates to try to get a grasp on inflation, which they need to do it, and that's what it is. But I told somebody a long time ago, I said, it's not going to work this time. The reason why I say it's not going to work because the damage is so bad, and it's only been so far the tool that the Feds have, which is interest rates, is going to drive down the cost because at some point, only thing that's really going to do in this case is just run people out of business. Because there is some point you can't cut your prices down where you're not making the profit margin. So they're going to say, you know what, it's best for me to just get out the business altogether. And my thing is this: if you're in the business of real estate, here's my point to that. If you're in the business of real estate and renting out property and stuff like that, you're not making the money that you possibly could have been making. And I'm explaining to you why. Because it's harder to find tenants that can afford to pay the rent that you're going to have to charge because the housing market is so inflated. It's just extremely high. So for people that are landlords and trying to rent out property, unless you don't have a high expense where you can actually have reasonable rent, most of the properties you can't charge that little because they got mortgages on these houses. How am I going to charge you $1,500 a month for rent when my mortgage on this property that I bought because the interest rate's so high is the same thing? I'll be renting out in the red. It don't make sense. That's why we need to make housing affordable again. But how you can offset that with the interest rate is lower the cost of living, when people can actually afford to make their rent and make their bills, and that the cost of living hasn't consumed everything. So, and that's what happened right now. That's what happens. And they doubled down on it because here's the thing: Joe Biden, he was the one signing executive orders to do all this stuff. They was literally in Washington trying to destroy this country. I don't care what nobody says. They were literally in Washington trying to destroy this country. They wanted to bankrupt America. And I have no idea why the Democratic Party was hell bent on bankrupting American citizens. I just don't understand why. But something else that is hitting in there and that's going on that we just don't know, we don't see. But they were literally trying to bankrupt the American citizens as fast and as soon as possible. They did not expect Trump to win. They did not expect it to go their way, but him winning was an answer to prayer. And now we can get back to common sense politics. And my thing is this: there's a whole lot of elements into Trump policies that's going to be so extremely beneficial to everyday American citizen. And that's not just the fact that he wants to secure the border. Now that he can build the wall, finish the wall, put security down there, declare it, a national invasion or whatever you need to do, and get that thing secure and stop all of the migration and immigrants in there, and then getting the ones out of here that don't need to be over here and get rid of them because they're not supposed to be here. And I'm talking about the illegals that come over here and you know what I mean by illegal. And the other thing is this: is that if he's going to drill and go get that gas, that oil, go get that oil, and he get the oil to the point where we drilling so much of we got massive amount of it, and the price of gas and fuel and stuff and energy costs drops dramatically. It's what you're looking for. You're looking for it to drop dramatically. That's going to allow your dollar to go farther. Now, for the food industry, their overhead costs is going to start to go down because they don't have to pay all of these high energy costs to manufacture, produce, and ship all of this food. So it's going to affect the food industry. Now they can cut their prices down after they kind of recover from the devastation that they already experienced. That's the food industry. So just drilling and getting that oil down and getting gas prices down is going to be an extreme financial benefit to what? Almost every single American. That's everybody. So that's why it don't make sense why the Joe Biden and them did what they did. Like, you really don't care about this country. You don't care about the citizens. You're lying. You're not, because you wouldn't have did this stuff unless you're trying to bankrupt the American citizens. That's the only thing that makes sense. And then if Trump's talking about, again, if he can pull these off, because they got to be voted on, case may be, no tax on your tips, no tax on overtime, stop taxing Social Security, and I think he's trying to stop cut the payroll tax altogether, like get rid of it. These things are necessary. They are extremely necessary for everyday citizens. I don't like the way the government spends our money. I know most citizens don't like the way the government spends our money. So why in the world will we keep voting for politicians that keeps taking the citizens' money and just doing what they want to do with it? That don't make sense to me. But it is what it is. But I just wanted to get on here for a little while and just get my perspective, get an idea how y'all feeling about it. I'm going to go back and finish watch the rest of this. I'm so glad we won. I'm excited. There's a small possibility I might be back a little later. There's a big possibility I won't. But anyway, either way, y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I just wanted to come check in, get my perspective on what I've already saw and what's to come. And hopefully y'all having a wonderful, blessed day. And like I always say, make sure Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And if he's not, Get to know him. He's a life changer. God bless y'all. And until next time, peace.